way down to the catacombs. Silhouette should have a hideout in one of the old tombs.
I didn't know. How could...
What's wrong? Sorry.
Forgive me.
Picking up about 100 rims of radiation. I now have full access to your systems.
What? What? Oh, oh.
This sewer shaft goes to an enclosed compound. chance MJ-12 is strong enough to operate in the open. They have blockaded this metro station.
The best. You mean? Yeah, they're dead. Yeah. Who's that?
To the catacombs, originally limestone quarries dating back to Roman times.
Watch it. He hasn't gone far.
You're entering one of the larger tombs. Almost 6 million exhumed bodies were moved to the catacombs as a health measure during the 1700s. You're close to the bunker where Silhouette has barricaded themselves. The leader's name is Chad. Strange. The area looks different than it does on my map. Some new construction. Maybe they've concealed themselves from Majestic 12.
Pretty quick. Wait, maybe.
Looks like a chance to take out a team of MJ-12 troopers, but use your head. We don't want the hostages getting caught in the crossfire. Another World War II bunker. No sign of MJ-12. Maybe it's vacant. The old catacombs exit is at the end of this passage, but it's been closed off for years due to cave-ins. Jock's picking up heat signatures of what look like troops. The MJ-12 bunker must be nearby.
Who's there? Hello? where'd he go?
Everyone stay sharp. Target has arrived.
He's gone, not our problem.
They are holding on.
Yeah.
These tunnels connect to the source. You're going the right way. These source can take you anywhere in the shores of the city. Where you above, I'm showing MJ-12 troops and the Paris police. Also some bots. Police won't move, but stay away from the troopers.
He's mine.
That little building is a
Let's
hostel,
find this one.
lodging for backpackers. has restricted access to the metro. You'll have to get around on foot. Not sure what you might find in these buildings, but if you break and enter, be prepared to deal with the Paris police.
great.
Never try.
The big.
I don't. Slavery.
Yes.
I'll make. Here.
Good job.
I'll be.
Resistant members aren't the only...
300. You are not.
What are you doing? Talk. You use but nothing.
You like the nurse, eh?
The nurse on the platform. She's all right.
You stay away from her. Camille is a good woman.
What am I then? Bad?
You sneak into places you don't belong without paying, eh? Am I right? A criminal! Give me the 300 credits or I'll call the police.
Make me.
No! You will pay! I will make you pay! You sneaky swine! Pay the 300 credit cover or I will report you to the police.
Make me.
No!
Let's hit it.
old summer home built during the Third Republic. It's been vacant since Miss Duclair's assassination. Hopefully these elegant rooms contain some clues about the Duclair family's involvement with the Illuminati. A secret room in the upper part of the house would have been very difficult to conceal. Look for clues in Beth's room. I bet she had a quick way to get to the cellar.
My mom's room. I can't believe the assassins didn't take it. Oh, the hours she would spend just sitting at that table and staring up at her priceless treasure. Prison for 18 years. I wanted to be in the city, but I guess Mom thought it was easier to keep her activities secret. I don't know if this will help. But I used to use it. That's the user whenever I was at home. The last time was just before my mother was killed. The login is Nicolette. The password.
In France, the gentry keep their wine in a small cellar to preserve the flavor from heat and sunlight.
What's this? A dungeon? A good place to start would be my mom's bedroom.
So you found Beth's computer. We are destined to meet, perhaps. If you are truly our ally, you will help me access the MJ2 computer network and complete the Grey Death vaccine. Find Nicolette. You will need her key in order to exit through the crypt. I will be directing you to a nearby cathedral.
Yeah.
You're going the right way. I primarily need you to establish an uplink from the MJ12 network, but I also need you. Okay, I will send someone to recover it. Prepare to receive a map of the cathedral.
Watch yourself. This one.
MJ12 has the cathedral locked down. If you can't get beyond the doors, you have to find another way. Not sure where. Resistance.
house. Keep coming. Now you forget about Agent Navarre. I remember Agent Navarre. I remember for everyone.
Once I knelt in this chapel for communion with 2 Rockefellers and a Rothschild. Since the time of the Crusades, every leader in finance has prayed for the continued stability of Templar banks, founded on gold.
I need to rest my feet.
That's the one. Okay, drop it.
The gold. Wonderful. My people will take control when you invent. I believe you know Chad. I've given him control of an NSF platoon on London. This fort dates back to when the Templars managed the French treasury with Philip the Fair. They moved it here from the temple in Paris after the crackdown of 1307. The Nazis boxed it up for shipment to Berlin, but had to abandon the cathedral during the evacuation. masters, come to me. I'm getting what I need. Good work. I will now consent to meet you in person. Go to the metro station nearby and await my instructions. You are hearing the voice of a majestic 12 AI. No need to be alarmed. For now, I can protect you and Deus for a day or so. Keep going. Atomic base in the tube below.
The terrorism alert is...
Do you know
More...
JC, then.
That will be quite a trick.
You will not be armed in any way. See, we...
What the hell are you doing down there? You just killed Lucius De Beers, an old friend of mine. I know he wasn't doing very well and he was in pain. Still, I had my reasons for keeping him alive. For God's sake, he was the former leader of the Illuminati. Stop messing with my equipment and get to the laboratory.
You won't be here. He's... This is where the Illuminati ended up after centuries of conspiring to rule the world.
The conspiracy is about to begin again, JC, between you and me. Nicolette was wise to bring us together. Wise like her mother. The most effective partnerships, like Beth's and mine, arise from mutual necessity.
I came to talk about the Grey Death. Atanwe said you cracked the virus.
A trivial matter. Page added nothing to the core design. However, what we need to construct is a carbonocarbon ROM module, not exactly a vaccine.
Can it be done without a universal constructor?
No, we need time on a UC. But I know where we might find one, and also gain access to the U.S. military networks.
U.S. military?
To stop Icarus from completely destroying the Daedalus AI. Daedalus is a design of mine. It replaced the old Echelon 3 network.
Echelon? The surveillance system for the United Nations. So Daedalus was an MJ-12 tool and rebelled?
More of a pattern matching error. It classified Majestic 12 as a terrorist group, alongside the NSF and Silhouette.
And alongside the Illuminati, right? Are you sure Daedalus is your ally?
What matters to us is that it opposes Majestic 12. We must help it destroy their intelligence apparatus. But that will require the military networks. I have already contacted Gary Savage of X-51.
The former Area 51 scientists. Are they still camped out at the Vandenberg Air Force Base?
They are close to completing a UC and have the kind of connection Daedalus will need.
Sounds like my pilot and I should head to Vandenberg.
Yes, I took the liberty of radioing him. Here is the key to the helipad stairway. The door is in the foyer where Artan will revive you. Good luck. I will be in contact. Don't forget to say hi to your friend from UNATCO, Mr. Jacobson.
Already bumped into him.
Very thoughtful of Tong. My own computer technician. I suppose he can help me prepare a comlink for Daedalus.
What's that computer system for? The one with the blue face for an interface.
Oh, nothing. Just something for passing the time and amusing guests.
It has access to quite a bit of information, including information about me.
An old prototype, for Daedalus, actually. It doesn't really handle surveillance in its current state.
So you have your own private echelon system.
Mr. Denton, your pilot is waiting. You saw a piece of Echelon 3 in Beth's chateau. We salvaged some of the hardware. Surveillance used to be daemon-based. Daedalus is more distributed. A blip of his code runs on every communication device on the planet. If we control communications, we can organize and the other side cannot. Lack of organization is exactly what has plagued X-51. They're great scientists, but isolated. They left Area 51 to protest Majestic 12's experiments, and that's what it amounted to, a protest. They don't even coordinate with the NSF, which is headquartered a few hundred miles to the north. You see the need for global organization. Someone has to bring these disparate groups together. X-51 has assembled excellent technology. They just need someone to help them use it. You will be my representative at Vandenberg. I will trust you to find a way to manufacture the cure.
Oh my God, JC, a bomb!